welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery Outdoors, an LT WRIGHT LAUKU rendition, if you will. Before we get into it, guys, there was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. Now, stats are all over the place. The big number that you need to know is this: anything over 0 is unacceptable. Vets, we love you. You have a place here. That's all that means. We're back to blue over here. We support Leo all to the chagrin of many. How do you do that, Scab? Well, we don't break the damn law, and when we do, because we accept responsibility for it. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. So again, we have to thank JR. He sends some of the coolest knives, man. Now, I believe this is the LAUKU. I know I'm going to mispronounce it, and then you throw the southern in and we butcher it. But it is an LT WRIGHT. It is spelled LAUKU. It is made of 01 tool steel, which I love. The overall length is 15 5/16. Blade length 9 1/8 inches. Cutting edge is 9 inches. Blade thickness is 1/8, but it's that tool steel, so that's ample. The blade width is 1 inch and 11/16. Very, very wide blade there. Some nice footwear there by old Scabber. The handle is 6 1/8 inches long. It comes with a beautiful leather sheath. Now, here's one of the most important specs. The inner grip on those micarta handle slabs is 4.5 inches. That will fit literally any hand on the planet, including the Jolly Green Giant. So, and the handle's huge. I did something else. I did the handle width is 1 7/16. That is a large handle, guys. It's literally, it'd fit any hand. It's a giant knife. The handle thickness is 3/4 inch. It is a Scandi grind. And JR, thank you, man, for sending. This is probably, seriously, my favorite LT WRIGHT. It's like a big butcher knife, and the more a knife looks like a knife, man, that's my speed. This is a slicing machine, dude. We cut everything in the world, and that's what we're meant to do. We took a little bit, we just cut stuff. I mean, that's what we do. We check the edge, we do all that. That Scandi grind is super sharp. Now here's the thing right here. We cut some polyester rope, we cut some of that nylon rope. Watch this right here, gone. This is and I love a Scandi grind. Now, right here, we're gonna do some straight push cuts. Tried to cover as much as we could, and you'll notice there's no rocking back and forth, there's no nothing, a little pressure, and it's gone. Love the edge on this thing. LT WRIGHT does it right. I mean, that's just a fact. And they do 01 tool steel with the best of them. Now, they do different steels, and I enjoy all the LT WRIGHTs. I have a playlist, actually, that just cover LT WRIGHTs. That's how much I like. I mean, they're great bushcrafting, 90-degree spine. Everything about them is right. I've never held a bad one. That's a fact. Now, when we do the reviews or demonstrations, whatever the hell you call it, nothing scientific. Y'all know that. We just cut a bunch of shit. That's what we do. We do some chopping. We do some batoning. We do some slicing. There's that polypropylene rope. What I tried to do here is a straight push cut, and the old stumps about had it. So I didn't want to bust my ass. So I pushed, and it did just a slight rocking back and forth, and it went straight to it. A little bit of a saw cut. It got through it, and then I got mad and chopped it. So there you go. There's that. Now, this is the sidewall of a tire. This is the John Peters stab test. All right. All we do is some 6 to 8 inch quick punches. Sometimes I'll put my thumb on the back. Most of the time I just grip the knife and come straight down. Those are 1/4 inch thick sidewall of a tire, still belted. Okay. So a 6 to 8 punch, I think we were able to get through a couple. Now I could wind up, put my thumb on the back, and probably drive it home, just to be honest. But I like doing the quick, light stuff, right? What will it do? How will it go through? And I can tell you this, if a knife penetrates 1/4 inch sidewall of a tire, it'll penetrate what it needs to. This one does too. And again, very, very sharp knife. You see the steel belting there. And then I believe, oh yeah, we're going to go ahead and cut that. The knife came super damn sharp. And that's one thing I was going to discuss about LT WRIGHTs. They always come, nice hands there, Scab. That's where I had my fire the other day. They always come sharp, and here's a way to prove it. Bip. That is an plastic alcohol bottle. It's empty. Bip. There we go. I like cutting with the slicier knives. I like taking just the empty plastic bottles and doing a quick downward slice. Now, there's the balance point of the knife, all right? It's pretty damn well balanced. Feels good in hand. And again, a triple X hand would be comfortable on this handle. They are micarta. Now, this is that 2-inch toe strap that we cut a bunch, and I cut it 2 or 3 times. And then we're going to cut the high pressure air hose. And then we're going to cut the sandblast hose. And then we're going to cut some rope, some stuff like that. Guys, just cut as much as I could. We do that for a couple of reasons. One, it's fun, all right? 2, how much will the edge take, right? How much can we cut? And I could always do the same old, and just go cut cardboard. But this is a little more pleasing. This is a 1-inch high pressure sandblast hose. It's also steel belted. And I like doing the sandblast hose like this when I have a really sharp knife, just a free cut, not really putting it on anything. And right here, that's some 1/4-inch hairline. I powder coat and sandblast, guys, for those of y'all that are new here. So when we have blowouts and things like that, I'm also a scavenger, so I grab that. Busted ratchet straps, I grab that. So I try to get as many different cutting mediums for you as I can. Later in the video, we're going to stab some tires and do some things like that. Now, this is kind of a newer thing. I just wanted to take a quick hack. And that thing bit about halfway through it. And again, that's high pressure, 1-inch thick or 1 inch in diameter sandblast hose. No damage to the edge. LT WRIGHT kills their heat treat, man. I mean, I don't know I think they do it in-house. If they don't, whoever does it, they knock it out of the damn park. They do a phenomenal job. And here's just some paracord of different sizes, again, to kind of give you that visual. If you're new here, 1, thank you for checking out the video, man. I appreciate it. And thank you for being here. 2, here's the thing. We do a little more industrial type stuff here. But whatever I'm a firm believer in this. I'm a firm believer in using a knife every day. And the knife is only as good as your skill set. When I say use your shit, that's not talking about your collectible stuff. I'm talking about if you buy a knife to use, and I hear guys say, well, I bought this knife for survival. Do you ever use it? That's what I mean. You don't want to wait till you need a tool to rely on that tool. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you know. I don't care any of that. Use the tools that you buy and designate for certain tasks. Now, I like doing this little thing, and you'll see it every video. It's where we take that 2-inch ratchet strap, basically stab it and pull. Anybody that's a hunter, fisherman, taxidermist, whatever, I believe that toe strap's as tough as any hide out there, unless you kill some rhinoceroses or elephants or something. So I just like doing that. This, to me, as well, would make a phenomenal kitchen tool. I'm just going to be honest. It looks like an old school butcher knife. It's slicey. I'll pick up wood all throughout this thing, and y'all will see I'll slice it, and it is a slicer. And again, you can take and pretty much just kind of transcribe this over to whatever you do with a knife. If you cook a lot, well, you can see the how it would handle, I believe. And that's why I do this. I do the same stuff over and over. I do the same stuff with each knife to give you a fair look, try to give you an unbiased look at the knife. I don't really get into fit and finish. Now, I will say this. LT WRIGHT's always come, to me, spot on. There's never any blemishes. Everything's put on. Those handle scales. You've seen us up front do the Donnie B All-day drop test, the Donnie B All-day throw it at the stump test. We do that for the balance. We do that to put pressure on the tip. We do that to check the edge. But we also do it to see if the handles loosen up. Are they on there solid? They're on there solid. Same with the John Peter stab test. Yes, we're trying to stab something, sure. But we're also seeing if there's any hot spots in that handle. Is there any slippage in the handle? Those kind of things. So we try to cover a bunch of different tasks in one video. I do the same test over and over. I feel that's important. So if you're in between making a decision between two knives, I'm having a hard time speaking. Damn it. Come on, Scab. If you're wanting to make a decision and you pull up a couple of my videos, you'll see the same demonstrations on two different knives. Hopefully that helps. We worry about function over form here. Does the damn thing work? That's all we're setting out to prove. Now, again, I have a limited skill set. I'm trying to build it every day, and here you see the slicing. So if my, novice skill set can do this good or make a knife look good, then imagine what yours, Davy Crockett skill set will do. I guess, hell, I don't know. This is that 2-inch red air hose. Again, high pressure. Now, I'm about at the end of this stuff, but I wanted to do just a quick slice, and you'll notice the handle. I'm going to give you some good looks at that handle. It's a unique handle style, but I love it. To me, it contours to the hand, and it is conducive for slicing or cutting or whatever you want to do. Chopping, yeah, but slicing and cutting mainly. It allows you to get a good grip and put pressure. Right here, we just sliced it in half. If you watched any other videos, you know what a tough medium this is. Guys, let me do a couple quick shout outs. Donnie B All-day, my brother from another mother, is putting in work, man. D-Bad has a great channel. Donnie B All-day. Steel Forged and Fire, sword and knife. Joe's an awesome guy, awesome brother in the blade. Steel Forged and Fire, sword and knife. Then there's Grugsy, Legion Tacticool, who is putting in the work and doing a phenomenal job. Pistol Pete, the Angry Dracolope, Charles Jones, the Redneck Nerd. Guys, there are a bunch of great channels. I'll have them in the description. Check them out. I'll have all kind of channels in the description. Check them out, guys. I try to do shout outs every video. It's nothing that's ever going to change. We want to help who we can because we've been blessed along this way. Now, right here, we're just doing some straight stabs. You've seen us do some cutting. Do this kind of it's an eye test, it's pleasing, it's all of those things, but at the same time, it checks the durability and toughness of the knife. Again, steel belted tire. Now right here, I wanted to put just a little more wear on the edge. We've cut as many things as we can cut. We've sliced as many things as we can slice. We've done some batoning. So what I want to do right here, I like this particular demonstration. Not trying to blast through it. We're letting the knife work. We're spinning the log, and you can see those good deep bites. Still slicing. Good look at the edge there. Everything holds up pretty good. Now, this is one of the sliciest knives I've had from LT WRIGHT. And again, I think it will make a phenomenal camp knife, a phenomenal kitchen tool. I think you can do just about anything you would want with this knife. You're only limited by your skill set. Great knife, well built. Again, it's 01 tool steel, which I love. Do some batoning right here. And what we do too is we just put as much pressure on that edge as we can. And the very last thing we do, guys, we start off with telephone book paper. And y'all, I've got some stumps coming this week. I know my stump situation is not where it needs to be. The stump game is not good right now, but we're going to change that. But we do some batoning. We try to put pressure on the edge. We start off with the yellow pages, and we're going to finish up with printer paper. Like I said, it takes 2 or 3 hours. This knife has already been demoed one time. I erased the damn video, so I had to come back and get it again. So that's a lot of wear and tear on that edge, and it stood up perfectly. Strikes a ferro rod, so we got a 90-degree spine. Now, I spun my ferro rod, so some of this you're seeing me scrape some of that stuff off. But LT WRIGHT's come with a phenomenal 90-degree spine. Right here, we walk straight inside. We don't strop it. We don't do anything. Still a hell of an edge on this thing. I'm going to strop it up, get it cleaned up, and it'll be ready to rock. Again, JR, thank you very much. Now, I'm going to give y'all a quick look at the handle. You can kind of see the forward, just a slight forward cant, I guess you'd call it, but it's straight up badassery. I'm Scab. You're not. There you go. I'm gone, son.